She's so upset right now.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to week 9 of the NNJ Podcast. As you guys can see, we have no guest because nobody wants to come deal with us, and it's just me and Amar.
Alright, assalamu alaikum. No.
Oh, wow.
Because then there would be
Hassan's here.
someone's face would be here, so that's why I left the screen up.
Hassan's here in spirit,
Yeah.
Cool.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so assalamu alaikum. First things first, the announcements. I actually have a few today. I'm remembering them, unlike last week. But first and foremost, the most important announcement: our people, our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Remember them, make dua for them, keep them in your thoughts. Do whatever you can to help them. Boycott whoever you need to boycott. Support whoever's supporting. That type of thing. Do whatever you can for them. Now to smaller things, much smaller things on the MB side of things. A reminder: this is the last week, inshallah. There's going to be a playoff start the week after. Top 4 teams get a bye. Every team makes the playoffs. We will release an official standings right after this Wednesday, inshallah. So look, Wednesday night, Thursday sometime, there will be that schedule will be out, inshallah.
And these aren't the official standings.
Yeah.
Like the head-to-head and everything still hasn't come into play.
There will be a few minor changes. Most of it would be pretty accurate, but a few minor changes. Top 4 teams will probably be the.
I think they're set no matter what, no matter what happens this week.
We'll get to that, but yeah. Next, this would be the last week to get guests, and the deadline will be 8 p.m. on Monday. Also, like we said, I mentioned last week, just to reiterate, let's make sure we're going into this season. Into the playoffs on the right note. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get chaotic. Let's remember our brothers and sisters in Palestine. It's just basketball. Love at the end of the day. Let's not try our best. Trash talk is fine. Trash talk is good, but let's try our best not to get under each other's skin. Just maintain a level of respect. There is all I'm saying. Don't cross that line. Next, please don't forget anything at the gym. We had enough of it. Me and I did, and whoever else. Please don't forget anything at the gym. Make sure you're cleaning up after yourself. We're gonna stop taking jerseys home with us, sweaty jerseys, shoes, whatever. You're gonna be beat at that point. So be responsible for your own things. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's hop into it, inshallah. So game 1 from this last week was Libya versus Yafa. And as I predicted, Yafa did come out on top. But wow. Wow.
This game, Yafa was in control, you could tell, but they were hanging around. Libya was hanging around, and I think in the second half it was 6-point game, 7-point game, 8-point game, but you could always kind of feel like Yafa had it in control. And it's kind of like how the theme of the season has been, if one of Habi or Yahya have 14 to 16 points, there's no way that Yafa is going to lose, because Big Moose is walking 19 and 10. And then Ilyas has been great. He's been averaging 11 to 15 points throughout the year. And then even Saif got in on the action, had 10 and 8. He's been a very nice plug and play guy for them. So overall they were in control, but Farhad definitely gave him a run for his money because he's just Farhad.
Wow.
But the issue is, watch your head, 1 for 15. I didn't mean
1 for 15? It's crazy.
Jesus,
crazy, bro.
0 for 9? Me and Ahmad have been saying this again a lot the whole year. Ali Maheen and Raj Patel is what's going to make or break Kubia. Ever since we said that, Ali Maheen and Raj Patel, we gave them Hasad, and they haven't been able to hit any shots. That's kind of what the story is. Because every single week I say, wow, I had another great game. Which again, banging game. 6 for 15, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 for 6 from the line. And 2 for 3 from 3. Farhad, it's another day at the office. 29, 9, 11 for 18, 5 for 9. This is probably his best game of the year, actually.
No, it is. He's been pretty inefficient. This is different.
I really think it just came down to they couldn't hit any shots.
It's what it is, because it looks like they did their job. Look, you're versing a team like Yafa. It's let the other guys beat us. Big Moose didn't have his best game. 19 and 10 is still crazy, mashallah. But it looks like they were leaving. I was playing at this time, so right, I think I was. So Hobby and
Hobby was open.
Yeah, so you kind of leave that open. You live with him trying to hit his shots, and he did. Props to him. So it looks like they did Libya did what they wanted to do defensively. It's just like Tawfiq just said, you need Raj, and I did goddamn.
I think people started to figure out not that they started to figure out Raj, but they really started to like treat him as like, okay, this guy is
Ever since I said
top 5 shooter in the league, so we're gonna press him.
I'm sorry, Raj.
Ever since he's gotten pressed, I don't think it's just his fault. Obviously, since he's gotten pressed, he gets like a little bit out of the offense. Also, I think they tend to like maybe stop looking for him, his team, because he's kind of out of the offense. But at the same time, he did get 7 threes, 1 for 7, 4 for 11. I mean, if you get like if you're the third option on the team and you get 11 to 15 shots, like you can't really complain. Like that's a pretty good amount of shots, to be honest. It's just, bro, it's like I said before. You have 40 minutes. They play consistent. They know how to play, and Hobby did such an amazing job getting everybody involved this game. Like I saw there was one play he like came down, like did like a fake pass, then dime. Hobby was playing great. He was facilitating the ball great. You know what big you're gonna get from Big Moose, and just overall, Yefa, like they did a great job. Like,
yeah, shout out Save Abdullah.
They're
10-8.
Yeah, you expect them to be. You know, they're the championship front runner. They literally just did what they had to do.
Yeah,
like, they just handled business. Okay, next game.
Next game is Bethlehem versus Safad.
Shafiq Aitani with another W on Omar Abbasi. Add it to the list. Alright. What'd you see? Okay, I actually watched like almost this whole game. So like Omar can go through it and then I'll give you guys a nice analysis of what I saw.
We came out like, I don't want to say on top. It was a back and forth. It was definitely a back and forth, but it felt like
they shot 62% from the field.
Bro, actually seeing this.
What's it called? Yati Afia. Ali Sufyan did not miss in the first half.
So that's what I was gonna
I'm positive he was 7 for 7.
I was gonna say, look, Mehdi had 24, 12, 5, 2, a block on 10 from 17 from the field. All right. He had a great game as usual. Whatever he had, he got his points up there. He affected the game the way he usually does. But without a doubt in my mind, the reason they won this game was Ali Sufyan.
Mehdi had the quietest 24 I think I've ever seen in my whole life. Like it was like 5 transition layups. And then after that, like a couple and ones, like here and there, like put back. Like he couldn't hit a 3. Look, he was 0 for 5 from 3.
Yeah.
He got to the line a little. I mean, that's credit to him. Like him, Moose, like all these guys that are like great scorers. Even when they're not having great shooting nights, they'll still end up with 20. That's what makes them great. But like Mehdi had a quiet 24. Like he kind of piled on at the end when the game was kind of over already.
I mean, it's. I wouldn't say that much. I wouldn't say. I'll get to it. But yeah, he did his thing. Shafiq had 14.
Your ankle's okay after what Shafiq did on that one.
Shafiq had 14. He played well. But no, without a doubt, Ali Sufyan was the reason I think they won this game. Him and honestly Adam Dawood. I would say Adam Dawood just really capitalized.
10.6 rebounds.
Yeah, on 5% from the field. I think he really capitalized on like people sleeping on the help and stuff.
Late push for Rookie of the Year.
So Adam Dawood did his thing there.
So it's definitely not Adi Maheen anymore. I'll tell you that if you want for 15.
Yeah, no, but this game was really back and forth, especially early in the game. At times we would go down by like 6 or 7. We would call the timeout right away, and we would fight right back into it. Second half starts, they go up by around the same much. We fight right back in. I went on like a little run myself, and then I brought it down to 5, and then it started to go back and forth. But I feel like every time we got to like within 4 or 5 points, either literally I watched this game maybe 3 or 4 times at this point since Wednesday. It was either Ali Sufyan would come down, hit a 3, and give him that 8-point lead. Adam Dawood had an and one to give him whatever, and then or Mehdi would come down, the spin and one, and just watching it was so like it kills me, bro. Like,
they're just really talented.
Yeah. They are, man.
And did they lose ever since the trade? Yeah, they lost one game against Farha. Yeah. But that game was kind of an outlier, and it was like I think the second game that they had played with the guys, and like Shafiq still wasn't really in the offense. Ever since Shafiq really like took charge of the offense and started to play point guard, they haven't lost, and I think they've won every game by 10 plus points. This score is like a little deceiving. Like almost team was in the game for the whole game.
Yeah.
Like it really, I think was like a 6 to 8 point game, and then the last like 6-7 points were kind of at the end. But like Bethlehem were somewhat in control like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they, Mehdi, Shafiq, Ali Sufyan, and then you got Ahmed Shaban letting people drop 20 on him. Like you just can't. You can't ask for more from them. You need a bigger box. Ahmed Shaban on Omar Abbasi. What are Omar Abbasi stats? 23, 7, and 6. Another thing, Safad has been playing better. Like you could clearly tell by the body language and the confidence. Like they clearly believe that they could hang with anybody in the league now, and they clearly believe that they can win. And Omar's doing a great job offensively facilitating and scoring, which is like super hard to do because nobody else on his team scored double figures. So you guys please just a little bit of help, Yanni. Or we'll call Bedad to come back from Dallas because like I don't know what's going on here.
I won't lie though. Playing this game, like I felt it. Like a lot of times, people were like necessary threes. Like I remember like a 3 Islam game or
Koyas had a big three.
Yeah, Amir had a big three. Fasan had a big three. Or maybe actually it was like the first play of the game had a big three. Matic had a few like sick layups, like timely layups.
Yo, Matic had one layup. Low key kind of turned back the clock. I thought he was 22 for 1 second. But I looked at his age again.
Yeah.
But he came down. He made 4 shots. All 4 of them left-handed layups.
3 left-handed layups for sure.
3. That's more than
Yeah,
I
it
have.
was 3 left-handed layups and 1 right.
I think I have 3 left-handed layups on the season.
Yeah. But yeah, so like it's definitely been a learning experience for me. But they helped me. But like at the end of the day, like you look back at it, it was Adi Sufyan in the first half ripped us. He's for 7 for 10, 3 for 4 from the 3, and then Mehdi in the second half Mehdi had a lot of fast break and transition points in the first half. In the second half, he really did his work.
No team is going to lose when they shoot 62%.
62% is crazy. I honestly didn't know they shot that well. I thought we were shooting at a similar clip, and just overall their talent was the reason they won. But more than anything, I think what really carried Bethlehem, and I think that what their kryptonite, if someone could really stop it, is their transition. If you really stop their transition, because in the half court, you're really not moving
If
around.
you play like a really slow game, like our game was very slow, my game versus Mustafa's team at 9:30. Like if you play that type of game where it's really slow and it's kind of like 48 to 46 and it's like an ugly game, you could probably get Bethlehem just because they still aren't comfortable with each other on offense. But it really just came down to what Omar said. Like Bethlehem just has way more talent than Safad, and it kind of showed. Like Omar probably had his best game of the season, and it just wasn't enough. Like there was nobody else with him to take him there, and that's really it.
Alhamdulillah, we fought. I'm disappointed in the loss, of course, but not too disappointed in the performance. We're still looking up. Next game, Khan Yunis versus Nablus. Wow. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I know Khan Yunis was missing Joe Capone and
Sinjar were both not there, and I don't know if Joe Capone is gonna be. Joe Capone's definitely gonna be out next week because I know he got hurt.
No way he's missing first week.
He
got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. I don't know what the injury is, but I know he got hurt and I know he's missing next week. So I don't know if he's gonna miss the first week of playoffs, but inshallah, speedy recovery for him.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean that kind of explains it. No Joe Capone, no Sinjar, and they got Amir Charkis and Hamid al-Hindi. They did all they could do. They're the only 2 people that could relatively score. I mean Hamid al-Hindi after this performance probably 100% should get most improved player because this is like 2 back-to-back 30 bombs and this was over 50%.
This is very impressive performance.
And he's averaging 18 on 41% shooting and 44% from the 3. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is really crazy.
Yeah, Amir Charkis did what he could do. Yazan Abdul Karim also
13 and 16.
13 and 16 is great.
Yeah.
Like he could cement Rookie of the Year with that stat line also because the Rookie of the Year race is a little subpar to be honest. Yeah, bro, it's not really too much you can say. On the other hand, though, Ali Hassan was hooping.
Holy shoot, man.
13 for 21, 10
How
for 14 from the
like
3.
I need to
40 points.
I wish I saw the type of threes he was getting.
I'm done. I'm going with that because everybody that steps foot in this gym, Ali Hassan was on the shooting machine like a week before.
Really?
Everybody that steps foot in this gym, Musa, Yahya, Habi, even Mahrous stepped foot into the gym. All of a sudden, Mahrous hitting 3. Hamza Shah made a lot of dua. Ali Hassan, even Jake shot on the thing, and the next game was the game against you guys where he was hitting.
Oh my god.
Everybody that stepped foot into this Muftah Ulum gym is hooping. So, yeah, bro. 40. This is like an Ali Hassan signature performance. Ali Hassan has like one of these every season where it's like, damn, this guy just went for 40. Or the year before, he went for like 50 on those like 4 guys. He always has one crazy game, and this game was ridiculous, bro. 10 for 14 from 3 is like crazy. Like as a shooter, not me, but as a shooter, he'll tell you that's an insane stat line, bro.
I think in my entire career I've had one game even close to that, and it was just literally just shooting practice.
Like especially like for you to have the ball for 40 minutes and bring up the ball and be in charge of like assists and taking shots and all the energy it takes, like That's a stupid
That's-
stat
yeah,
line.
that
And
is
he's
honestly
player of the
crazy.
week, and he deservedly
Yeah,
so.
without a doubt.
And I think he overtook Hassan in scoring leader too after this game.
He did.
And this is good for their confidence. Like Nablus is now they're still the last place team based off of
Point differential.
point differential,
Yeah.
but like you don't want to see Ali Hassan and Mana like in a playoff game because they could get hot and you could just it's a scary team to play a little bit, especially if Hamza Shah. You know what? I'm gonna give you 1 minute of claps.
1 minute.
I lied, but 5 for 9 from 3, 7 for 13 from the field. My boy's hooping. 20 points. He probably didn't even have 20 points the whole year. I'm kidding.
Point total, go to Nablus. Okay, let's see. 53 points. He had a...
Look, in all seriousness, like I've seen Hamza Shah play outside of Embiid. He's a lot better than what he showed this season. So like I'm happy to see that he went 7 for 13. I'm happy to see that he had 20 points and he was hooping, banging, 5 for 9 from 3. Because they need a third guy. If he's their consistent third guy, like Owen was looking at me when I was like, "Oh, Nablus is a scary team to play," because he was like, "Be serious." But
I did not.
that's what he was looking at me.
I did not.
But if Hamza Shah is actually shooting, I don't need 7 for 13. If Hamza Shah gives me 10 to 12 points a game consistently throughout the playoffs and throughout this last game, their team will actually be pretty scary.
Well,
to
let me
play.
put it this way: he doesn't even need that much. That is great. Don't
Just
get
give
wrong.
me 2 to 3 threes a game and give me 1 layup.
Because-
I know he can do it because he's
look
more
at
than
this.
talented.
Because look at this, like Nablus, like this was the first time I looked at Nablus is like I looked at the box score, the roster, I was like, okay, maybe like
somewhat
this
balanced.
is actually could be like really frightening. Because if you have the Ali Hassan and Omar Man up 1-2 punch, and then you have Hamza Al-Ghani who showed us like game in game out, maybe a couple games not
Where he can shoot. He can shoot it.
right? And now you have Hamza Shah doing this. You have Samih Shahsaman doing this.
47.
And we had a few games with Mustafa Brown showing up. So, there's not a player on this team where I'm like, all right, guys, just completely help off.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah,
about
that's
it.
fair. I also want to credit Mana. Like, Mana's really let Ali Hassan be like, hey, you're the guy. Like, I'll be the second guy, and I'll, like, just feed off of whatever you do. Like, this is the second or third game in a row where he's only taken, like, 10 to 11 shots. Now, keep in mind, I had a triple-double on this team, and Amir had 30 on this team last week. So, obviously, you take some of this with a grain of salt. Like, I want to see them play next week against Omar's team, full team, defense, everybody's ready for them. I want to see how they play. But it's a good confidence builder, and obviously you can only play who you just put in front of you.
Yeah.
And they played great, and I like how Mana and Ali Hassan looked yesterday.
I mean, to this game, though, like, if we're talking about the game, we already knew Khan Yunis wasn't going to come and play the best defense in the world. And we said I said their best defense was their offense, and with the two guys not there, like, you can't really expect them to come out with the win, and
Exactly.
that's what it is. All right, next game we move to Al Wahdat versus Al Quds.
All right.
Good
I
game.
thought this game was going to be a snooze fest,
Yeah, me
and
too.
it turned out to probably be the best game of the week.
Like entertaining.
Yeah, entertainment-wise. First of all, Modayan, 10 for 26, 9 for 18 from 3. Damn. I did not expect that stat line from
Neither
you.
did I.
I
Well.
read the field goals made and 3 points, and I looked, and I was not expecting your name next to it. I'm not going to lie. But,
Especially since you went versus.
like, I remember him hitting some threes, but I don't remember 9. He was hooping. All right, who's Al Wahdat missing? Yaman. So there's no passion, low-key.
Yeah, no passion.
Are they missing anybody else? Adi Amri, but he's still missing. Amram Rashli came back, 4 for
Yeah.
13, 11 points, 4 rebounds.
That's
He
it.
doesn't really do too much on the stats, though. He's more of like a on the court, you could feel his presence type of
Yeah.
guy. Raza, 7 for 15, 18 points, 8 assists. What did I say, bro? Let Raza bring up the ball and good things are going to happen.
Yeah.
When Raza leads the team, he's in prime form again. Literally every single time I click on Instagram, he's playing in a league. Just 2 hours ago, I clicked on Next League Live. I see him and Idris warming up. Then I click on NJ Play. He's in the NJ Play highlights. He's playing like 3 or 4 times a week. Like, he's in prime form right now. He's easily could be their best player, and the offense got to run through him. And if Morayan is shooting like this, and Amman Rasi could hit some threes, and Yaman, when he comes back, could hit some threes, and they were without Jake, which may have been a positive or a negative, I don't know. Ahmed Abdul Ghani, whatever. But Al Wahdat, the offense looked very, very good in this game, and it was nice to see. And I think they can capitalize on this by giving Raza the ball more. But also, Big O is like a really, really good basketball player
Yeah,
to
he's
add.
very smart.
Because he's a very smart basketball player. He'll set screens for 40 minutes, and he's a good defender. But yeah.
Yeah, so that definitely helped. And on the Al Quds side, you had 4 guys in double figures. You had Mahruz with the triple double, 18, 11, 11 on 8 for 14.
Yeah, I did it first, but it's cool, bro.
Yeah, his was real though. You had Zayn with 16, and 13 and 6 with 7-11 from the 7-11 from the field, and you had Zubair. Wow, 12, 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3, and I saw his highlights. I don't know how many fast break.
He made the layup.
Yeah, man.
2.
Yeah. And then the highlight here, which was honestly, this is a crazy stat line too. Like if he's unlucky that Adi hasn't played in the same week. 31. Huh?
Mohamed Saleh, 5 points.
Yeah, Mohamed Saleh, 5 points, 2 for 4 from the field, 6 rebounds. No,
I think that's
I'm not gonna say.
Give me 1 second, bro. Is that correct? We can double this career.
Yo, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks in a row without a point.
You know he was in the MUA gym yesterday.
Oh, you had to change that block. Right.
And he got Bethlehem. He might put Ahmed Shaban in the box next week. There's possibilities. 5 points?
No, but on a serious note, Amr Hussein, crazy stat line. 31 points, 10 for 19 from the field, 6 for 10 from the 3.
This is what I like to see from OH, bro.
Yeah.
We know he can do it. We know, was it last season where he went crazy or the season before? Season before with Farhad. He was averaging like 19, 20 points a game. He's been doing it for like 10 years. Amr Hussein, when he's hot, is like one of those like lightning rod scorers, like the Lou William, you throw him off the bench, instant offense. Like that's what he is. And throughout the season, he's been dealing with like a knee injury. He's been telling me, and he keeps having to get it drained and everything. And he told me he's starting to feel a lot better, and he's getting a lot better at the right time because the playoffs is about to start. And like at the start of the year, me and Ahmad had this team ranked like super high. We had them first place, and we thought they were going to be really good. And it's starting to look like they're figuring it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like this was easily their best game, most balanced game.
Offensively.
I had Mahruz as my MVP at the start of the year. Obviously, he's not MVP, but like I don't think he's getting enough credit to where like he's letting balancing for everybody. Like he's getting Zayn his touches, he's getting Amr Hussein his touches, he's getting Zubair his touches, 11 assists, and he's been doing this consistently. Like he's been doing 15, 7, and 5, 16, 7, and 8. Like I don't think he's had a bad game this year after like week 2.
Yeah.
Like he's been their most consistent player. He's the most important player on their team, and as long as Amr Hussein and Zayn, like keep up with him, this team is gonna be very like other than the top 4, this team they have a chance at the chip. That's how talented they are. Easily.
For sure.
Like Mahruz has elevated his level of play.
Again, by the way. I don't know if you
he should probably just not come anymore.
I don't know about that,
but Amr Hussein very impressive. Zayn 16 and 13, 7 for 11, and Zubair 12 points. Like very impressive game from all of them. And they started to push it in transition. Alhamdulillah, which is why everybody got in. What's it called?
In the story of this game, I actually asked Mahruz a little bit about this game. Like, I want to know, because I didn't watch it. I was shocked. I was like, wow, it was a close game. Was it like towards the end that got some like garbage points?
No.
It was. He told me no, it was neck and neck.
Al Quds actually got like a couple garbage points at the end. Like the score really probably was
closer,
78
right?
to 74.
Yeah, he
said
it was close, whatever, and then Amr Hussein really gave him a little bit of an edge, like a 5-point, 7-point lead at some point, and they just never gave it away.
Amr Hussein was hooping.
Yeah.
And that makes them scary because now like I always hear like, oh, we're just gonna play zone against Al Quds, like whatever, we'll be fine with Mahruz and Zayn shooting. But if Amr Hussein is pulling, he's hitting 6, and Zubair's hitting 2, and I think Mahruz has hit a 3 like in the last 3 games, so he's been hitting some shots, and Zayn's hit 1. Like they're a very, very, very interesting team.
Yeah.
Very interesting team. Yeah. Great job from everybody.
All right, next game is Qalqilya versus Al-Bira.
Wrap this game up, bro.
Why wrap this game up?
Nobody's trying to listen to this, bro.
Is this because Shazib's undefeated against you?
I don't know about all that. That was a good game from him.
Yeah, so Qalqilya wins. Shazib 9 for 18 from the field, 20 points. Swish Ismail shot 11 points, 4 for 11 from the field, and a few other guys with 8. Amr Shahwad and Kareem Ahmed. Wow, gritty game. Low scoring, 50 to 42. This team scored 100 the week before, so like scoring 42 is crazy. On Albira side, Amid with 14, 2 for 10 from the three. We'll get to that. And Tawfiq with 13, 6 for 12 from the field, but nothing really from anyone else. Yeah, gritty game. Looks like a lot of defense was played. These teams really wanted it versus each
The
other.
game on paper looks like it sucked.
Yeah.
In person, it did suck, but it was passionate.
Yes.
Like, I was talking to Kadeem and Ahmad after the game, and they were like, bro, it was like 6-8, and you felt like you were in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the way the chirp was coming. Obviously, I started the chirp, due to Mustafa being on the other side, and due to a couple other people chirping. But, yeah, the game was passionate from the start. And, like, that resulted in the very, very ugly, dirty, defensive game. Like, that's what it was. It wasn't that, like, oh my God, like Albita played subpar or like Kalkadia played subpar. It was just like they matched energy and it was just an ugly game. And realistically, what happened was Shazab's talent just took them over the top. Like literally, Shazab made the game-changing plays in the second half that got them right over the hump. And then after that, we came back and we cut it. I hit a three with like 2 minutes left and it was 45-42. It looked like we were about to come back and then Shazab came back down, hit an and one, and then really after that 3-point swing, it was kind of over. Like we had a couple of chances at the end, but like we couldn't really do it.
Man, it's so weird, man. Like if you guys just played, I feel like you guys really had like the chance. Your team should be so much better than this, man. I don't know like what to say.
Kalkilia, I think what makes them so good, obviously Shazab is really, really good and he's MVP front runner and he's been hooping. That's obvious. But what I feel like makes them really good is on defense. Omar Sahwel, Ismail Shah, and Deep Patel are constantly moving and constantly helping. There's never any ball watching. Deep Patel did not guard his guy once in 40 minutes. He was eyeing me down the whole game. He may be a hack, but he's the smartest hack I've ever played with my whole life. Deep Patel is one of the smartest players in the whole league. He knows, like, when to pull your jersey. He knows, like, when to slip the screen. He's amazing at communication. Amazing. He's literally, like, the focal point of their defense. Like, he's telling him, yo, come up here. Yo, switch. I got the screen. Like, I actually think their defense was getting them through it. And then after that, they have some talented guys like Shazab and Ismail who their scoring will get them right over the hump. But their defense is actually very, very decent.
But that's what I mean.
But they gamble though.
That's exactly what I mean.
Which is why
that's why I think your team should be so much better than this. Like you guys have so much talent between you, especially you, Nadir, Jojo, and Amid. Like that's way too much talent for like someone that's hovering. Like I was watching the game. Like I was talking with Deep. Deep is not guarding his man. All right, that's so exploitable.
Oh, okay.
This is what I've been saying about your team for the last 4 weeks now. You were telling me, oh, we don't need to whatever like yesterday, but man, just trust me. If you guys are everyone's just moving without the ball and it's coordinated and there's some organization to your offense, especially in the half court. Like honestly, you guys should be scoring 70 points every game. If there's some off ball movement and organization on the offense, if you could, as the point guard, tell him to go there, him to come set a screen here, like just talk in the timeouts, whatever it is. You know what you're getting into in each game. I find this shocking to me.
So, yeah, obviously Ahmad highlighted it. Amir went 2 for 10 from 3. The game obviously was not on him. It's just that, like, that's the glaring stat that looks like, 2 for 10 from 3. If he hits a couple and he hit 7 the week before, we'll probably win the game. Yeah, sure, that's just how basketball is. They were all good shots. Yeah. I would want him to shoot all 10 of them again next game. Another thing that killed us, Nader had 3 in, like, the first 7 minutes. So we had to sub Nader out, and Nader's just a big deal for us on defense, hustle. Even though on the score sheet it doesn't really look crazy, he was a very, very big deal for us. But yeah, at the end of the day, like it came down to they played a little bit better defense than us, and Shazab's talent, like Shazab just made more plays than I did, and that's really what it came down to. Most of us still sucks though.
He didn't even show up on the stat sheet this week.
I was scared, bro. Scared to go.
Last game of the week was Ramallah versus Al-Balah.
Hassan, how do you feel about this game? Oh, okay.
He has nothing to say. No, this game apparently was closer than a lot expected, at least closer than I expected. Ramallah wins by 12 at the end of it, but it was pretty gritty throughout. Ramallah, 2 guys had over 20. You had Anazorbi and Khalid Saleh, and I think Khalid Saleh was the one who really killed them. Like in terms of offensive output. And then the rest of the guys just gave. They had some points, 8, 9, and 8.
First half, Hassan Farhat couldn't miss a shot.
Yeah.
That's really what kept Al-Balah in the game. Al-Balah was winning by the end of the half. It was 43-39.
No, but our Hassan had most of his points in the first half. No?
Our Hassan was hooping too, but like 10 points from Hassan Shaban in the first half is another day at the office.
That's true.
Hassan Farhat probably hit 5 threes in the first half. So, like, you guys have to capitalize on that type of performance. Like, if Hassan Farhat comes out and hits 5 threes and everything is falling, you guys have to capitalize by playing defense. Like, defensively, you guys just let Ramallah score way too many easy baskets.
Yeah, easy
and Zubi, 22 points, maybe 12 layups, like on some backdoor cuts.
Fast breaks, backdoor cuts.
Whereas Mohamed Asaf, all 3 of his points, like he hit like a 3 in the corner wide open just because Jay pushed the ball. Credit to him, obviously, but Jay pushed the ball, hit them in the corner, there's nobody there, boom. Or like somebody's ball watching, Khalid Salah gets a putback. Like he got like 2-3 putbacks. It's really, I don't want to say it's purely effort, like because obviously they're trying, but I do feel like Al-Balah kind of like right away, they kind of like, not that they don't believe they can win, but like they're like just there. Like they don't actually think they have a chance of winning.
They're not in it.
Like they're just going through the motions and it's like, oh damn, we're 43-39, we're winning, Hassan's hitting a couple threes. But they don't actually believe like, wow, like we can win this game. Like that's how I feel.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Individually, everyone needs to do their job, especially on defense. If your guy, like, if you're not guarding someone, guard someone. And if you're not guarding your guy, make sure you're guarding your guy. It's an individual. There has to be a team effort, and there has to be an individual effort from every player. And that's what they were lacking.
Ramallah switched to zone in the second half.
Yeah, so
that clearly killed Al-Balah because
what it was.
they essentially box and won Hassan. Yeah. Hassan got box and won, and he was needed to pass, which is why he took 11 shots. Yeah. I mean, we've said it before. I watched the whole game back with Hassan and Omar. Yeah. I saw Ishaq went 4 for 11. All 11 shots were makeable. He probably had 3 open threes, 2 layups that he smoked. Like, I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Ishaq is way too good to go 4 for 11, 8 points. Ishaq is, he could average 15 points a game in the league easily.
Yep.
Another guy, Elias. If you're gonna go 1 for 4, just don't go.
10 rebounds, 6 assists though.
Yeah, but like you two are way too good to go 1 for 4 points. I mean, I almost say it every single week. We're like, bro, Elias could have 12 points. Elias could have 13 points. Elias could have 14 points. And to be honest, this was the game for you guys to have it. Because every week we're like kind of dogging Hassan, like, oh, wow, this guy took 25 shots and he had 28 points, like, very impressive, but, like, you keep losing. Well, this game, he was like, all right, I have no other choice. Like, I got to give you guys the ball. I got to spread it around. He had 8 assists, and I watched the game. Like, he was really out there trying to pass and, like, give everybody the ball. But it's just more aggressiveness. Like, he has 4 shots. I know Sheikh Idris, 3 for 10, 2 for 9. You'd want him to make more shots because he's their designated shooter, and you need him to hit shots, like, at the end of the day. But, like, I think that will come. But I think like I said before, it's more on Ishaq and Ilyas. Defensively, first of all, defensively is their first problem. But on offense, Ishaq and Ilyas, they have to, like, at least give a team a threat to where it's like, I have to worry about them. I can't box and one Hassan.
Yeah.
It's on them too.
And you need to realize that, like, if you're, it's the same issue with my team, especially namely Malik. Whenever I tell him this all the time, you get the ball with a decent, like, with some space to shoot it, and you're not shooting it. What threat are you providing? Like, what threat are you imposing on the other team? If you're catching the ball with some space and you're not shooting it, you're really not imposing any type of threat, and they're not going to respect. They're not going to respect you at all, and they're just going to bully Hassan with just 3 or 4 guys throwing their bodies at Hassan. So you have to take those shots, even if they miss. Whatever. Yeah, put your head down, you go and shoot. Forget about it. Shoot the next one whenever you get it.
But Ilyas and Ishaq, 2 guys way too talented to be doing this. Ilyas, 4 shots in a 40-minute game.
Yeah.
Like, you're the second, third option.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
But
great job, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Actually, like, good job.
Props to Ramallah on realizing, like, Hassan was really doing his thing on offense in the first half, and they switched to zone in the second half, and it really did wonders for them. So props to you guys for realizing that and switching to that. I mean, we know what this team is.
Like, Zubi's a beast. I don't think he's had a bad game all year.
Yeah.
22, 3 and 4. Like, just like how we put Jay in the MVP conversation, it should really be like Jihad Zubi. Like, it should be like 2 players put in the MVP conversation. Like, they're both great. And Jihad, even though he went 4 for 11, like me and Omar say all the time, he doesn't care about points. He just cares about winning, and he makes the right play.
Yep.
And everybody would be lucky to play with him.
Yep.
11 assists, 8 rebounds. Bang. Khalid Saleh, nice to see him have a good game. He kind of bounced back. He had like 2 kind of poorish games.
He did. Yep.
And then, Khalid Musbah and Mohamed Asaf did what we expect them to do every week.
Yep.
They had a spark and energy, and I don't think Salman's had one game where he hasn't had double-digit rebounds.
Salman's a beast.
Dude's a monster.
But didn't we say he was going to be most improved last week?
Yeah, he could have, but you didn't drop 30, so I'm sorry.
All right. That was it for last week. Predictions for our final week, this upcoming Wednesday. First game, Al-Bira versus Ramallah.
Crazy. I'm about to slay the most improved player of the week. Alright. I know Enes is not going to be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's ducking me. He went to Cancun
Oh,
or something.
yeah, he's going, yeah, well, because him and Manik, you're reminding
I think they're bringing a guest, I was told, because they have some more players missing, not just Enes.
Do you have any idea?
I was told it might be Enes Najib. We're still cooking you two. That's it, really. I mean, if they actually try to play zone, we might be the only team that like don't play zone on us because Jojo and Amir can hit some shots if they get going, as you guys saw before. That's about it.
No, you know what? Okay, this is very important that you told me that people are not listening. Khalas, I got you guys this week.
I'm not losing. I'm about to go on villain arc.
You should have heard what this kid told me when he came here. He was like, bro, I want to run today.
Really, though. Don't be giving out government secrets.
He goes, I want to run today. I'm like, running? He goes, I need to improve my stamina.
I'm coming different, bro. I'm about to lock in.
Alright. Next game, Al-Balah versus Libya.
Wow. Okay.
X Factor, Hassan Farhad. He has to play defense on Farhad.
Al-Balah will win because...
Al-Balah will win or
Al-Balah will win because Farhad tends to get a little bit tired in the second half, which means they have no rim protection, and they got no way they can guard Hassan. So I think Al-Balah will win.
I like what you're saying. It's not bad. No,
like,
I got Libya.
If you put Ali Mahina on Hassan, it's not gonna matter. If you put Adil on Hassan, he's gonna get in foul trouble. If you put,
I think Adil is the type of player that thrives on easy buckets, and Al-Balah gives too many of those.
Yeah, that's true too.
Especially with you have Ali. Yeah, no, I got Libya.
Hassan's gonna have 30.
He's done that, but they've lost most of their games, unfortunately. Libya is still 2-10 too. I'm saying that like they're not. Suffolk versus Nablus is next.
It is actually kind of a tough game to pick because I expect Mana to have his 15 and 15. I want to edge Suffolk by like 4 to 5 points and give them the win. But Nablus has all-time high confidence, so I wouldn't be shocked if like a couple of the role guys, like if Hamza Shah and a couple of them hit some threes, and Suffolk tends to get like a little lazy on defense sometimes.
We do.
And Nablus capitalizes, and then like I could just envision like a Mana tip-in or something like that happens. Just the season that Alma's having. But I think Suffolk will win.
Nah, we got it.
I think Suffolk should take care of business.
We got it. I think defensive game.
And I also think Alma will guard Ali Hassan and he'll make it tough on him. So
I'll try to at least.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
But if he has no help, that's why I think they might lose.
That's what it would be. That's what it would be. Yes. Next would be Al Quds versus Bethlehem. Banging game.
Because I want to see if Al Quds is for real. If they give Bethlehem like a real test, which I think they can, like I think if Zayn takes his time, he's gonna give Ali Sufyan and Mahdi trouble in the post. If Ahmed guards Mahrouz, that's gonna be a hilarious matchup to watch. And then I guess Shafiq is gonna guard Omar Hussein. I don't know if Moye is going to be there. If Moye is there, it makes things very interesting too. Because Al Quds, like on paper, has the names to match up with Bethlehem. Kind of.
Yeah.
So if Al Quds wins this game, they're a very scary team to whoever they play in the playoffs. And I think this game's going to be very, very good. Like I think it'll be very interesting.
I got Al Quds. I got Al Quds only if they play this game smart, like the way they're supposed to. And I'm just going to trust that they will.
Exactly. If Zayn has a good game, Al Quds is going to win. I'll put it like that.
Alright, so we both predicted Quds. Next, Qalqilya versus Khan Yunis.
So we know Joey's not here. And
I got Concord, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jose gonna win by a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's about it.
Yeah. Last game is Yafa versus Al Wahdat.
Okay, so basically after 8:30, MB is over. Don't come.
Leave.
Okay, you guys have work the next day. Just go home and sleep.
Yeah, we got Yafa.
Yeah, hopefully Yaman doesn't come back this game.
It's not worth it.
Uh-huh.
Oops. Season stats. Yeah, Ali did take the cake, bro. 26 points is insane, bro. Insane work.
Hassan 26, Big Moose averaging 23, Mehdi's averaging 21, Shazib's averaging 20. Wow, 5 guys over 20 points.
20 points. Yeah.
Hooping.
Rebounds.
Mana is mopping the floor with everybody.
Yep.
Jihad mopping the floor with everybody in assists. Mopping the floor with everybody in steals.
Hey, I got on this list. I didn't even mean to, but I did.
Shout out my boy Ahmed Shaban, top 5 in steals.
He was trying. He was genuinely trying for a little while there.
Shazib is actually second in steals. Beast. Mana leading the league in blocks also. Double doubles. Mana and Mehdi have had a double double every single game this season. No, one game they have.
Yeah.
And then free throws. Hassan leads the league in free throws, and then yeah, of course, Ali Hassan leads the league in 3-point shooting. But it's actually pretty close between him and then Hindi, so that could be something cool to watch out for next week.
Be. How the hell is Hassan hot on that? I did not expect that. See how far down I am. Am I even on it? I'm not. Wow, that's some sad work. I'm not even the top. However many
top 100 3-point shooter in the league. Alright, anyway guys, that's the podcast. Thank you for coming. Assalamu alaikum.